Revised and the Dark still has room to drop. Let's discuss.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Revised and the Dark. I think these were two of the biggest surprises that came out of the 2021 boom. Yes, they're just as old as, but not quite as good as the other Four Horsemen or ABU. The Dark was printed like 5 times as much. The rares were 5 to 10 times as much as the Legends ones. And Revised has 250,000 freaking of each rare, some crazy number like that. Anyway, I'll put the actual numbers here. Anyway, what we're talking about today is Revised in the Dark. When it was happening, I was saying, hey, this is not a good place to put your money. Yes, during the short term, it worked out, and it worked out well for a lot of people. And I hope you got out of your investments while it was still high. However, that's the exception, and it was only due to the current market conditions. It's not the way going forward. And let's take a look at some data to show this. Okay, so we're going to look at some real cards first. Ones that weren't part of the whole bubble and pop. And hold on a second, guys. I have to get a little bit more of this in. Yeah, because hold on. All right, you know what? I'm going to pause this and come back in a second. Okay, now we can see the whole chart. That's what I was going for. Okay, so here, Gauntlet of Might. Let's start here because this was, it's not in Revised, so you can't really say that it went up with Revised. It went up, look, 2021 here, whoop, it went up to 1,300 from 600. But if you go back here and you look at these peaks, you have 750, 800, 750, 800, right? So this is like where it was at before the whole thing. This is 2019, by the way. We experienced a dip until the 2021 bubble, in case people don't remember. Anyway, 2021 happened, and there it goes. But you can see it's recovered to more regular prices, 750 again. So this card doesn't have a lot of room to drop. If anything, I say that this card, Gauntlet of Might, has room to go up. Now, okay, Elephant Graveyard. Let's make this a little tighter. Same thing. We have peaks of what's this peak? 307. Then normals like 200. So it went up 550, 600. Now it's 280. Yes, this card has room to drop, but not by much. It's an Arabian Nights rare. Certain cards didn't pop as much as others during the run up, and I feel like this one had more room to move, and it was on the verge of popping more, but you know, the recovery started happening. When I say recovery, I mean return to normalcy. Although this is interesting. This August through September high point, it looks like maybe some people bought a few, right? August through November, yep. All right, let's look at the next card. Juzam Djinn, good old Jinny Boy. Hey, look at this. Look. $2,000 for years. From 2020 to halfway through 2018. It's been $2,000. That's 2.5 years of $2,000. During the run up, I don't know. I didn't see this, okay? The market price is more realistic for this card during the run up. People were asking $5,000 but weren't getting it. Here you go. 2,500 is probably the peak of what people were getting when they were asking $5,000, right? So I was like, wow, this card didn't really go up during this whole run up. And if you look at where it is now, the market price and the average price are almost the same, meaning the market price has gone up. The average price has gone down, but that wasn't a real price. So Juzam didn't really move during the buyout. I paid attention. I watched it. I didn't see it move. I saw people's asking prices go up, but I did not see the buying prices go up. So Juzam was one of these cards that, even though everything else was going up, it didn't go up. And I think it's done better for it because of that. I mean, look where everything is now. It's higher than it's ever been. Well, it's almost as high as it's ever been. Here you go. This is the highest, $27.50 and $29.90, right? Now it's $2,000, 21 and 21. You know, when you have that market and average price together, it's a good sign. Anyway, let's keep moving. We're starting to get into the dark now and revise, and some of the reasons why I say this was ridiculous. Hey, look, we had a peak of 75 during the 2018 buyouts, but this is more normal. 20 and 20, okay? 20 and 20, right? For years. Then you see it got to some crazy 150 and 100. That's nuts. It's so not worth it. But now we're at 40 and 40. This is room to drop. There's a ton of them out there. It's only holding this price right now because of how crazy high it was and how many people bought, and they're not willing to let them go for too cheap, you know? Like, why would you? You lose money. It makes sense. However, look at this slide here. Yeah. You're telling me that it's not going to continue just sliding down over time? That's what I see happening. This is interesting, this point where the market and the average inverted. Vesuvian Doppelganger, another one. Okay. Over here, 15, 15, 15, 15, 10, 10, 12, 12. Whoa. 89 and 55. And we are at 17, 17. Again, this has room to drop. It has another $5 of movement, of room to drop. Let's go here. Make it a little more. You can see this slide down. Slight uptick, huh? But I don't see it upticking more than that. Okay, Frankenstein's monster. This spike makes no sense. 166 and 20. But yeah, look, it was at 30 and 30 almost, 25, 25. Now we are down to 12 and 12, and that makes a lot more sense. But look, this right here, 4 and 4, that makes even more sense. Just saying, there's a lot more room to drop there. Wheel of Fortune. This is pretty good. This is one of the cards that had the biggest movements in all of Revised during this whole thing. And I think, look, it will regain some permanent value from it. This was a $100 card for the longest time. $100, 150 max, 200 if you're lucky and had a good condition. And then it shot to $1,000 and 300. 300 is a more realistic price. And here you go. 400, 400 inverted. And now that long slide down, and we are at 290 and 250. Again, this card has room to drop. However, I think because of its newfound status as a valuable card in Revised, we're not going to see it drop much further than that. I think I think that's about it when it comes to where it's going to move. I think it's going to stay probably where it is right now. Like, okay, hold on. Yeah, I just don't think that it has too much more room to drop. Well, I guess it does have room to drop, but I think because of its new status as like a revised card, a worthwhile revised card, it's going to be pulled out of bulk. I found one or two in collections as part of the bulk. This is not one of these cards that back in the day people pulled out. For the longest time, they survived in collections as just another card. Now it's coming into its own. But that's an individual card. And today, what I wanted to do was illustrate more of an idea. And I hope I got that across, that these penny stocks, revised in the dark, they have room to pop, but only during like a crazy event. And during normal times like now, they have more room to drop. Okay? They are less safe than staples when it comes to a place to putting your money in Magic the Gathering. Remember to like and subscribe. If you're going to buy any of these cards today, remember to use my TCG Player affiliate link. The affiliate link and my Patreon link are both in the description below. They are, you just click on them, shop like normal. It's free and easy to use. Check out my Patreon. Otherwise, take care. Have a lovely day, guys. Peace.
Game over, man. Game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?